Silverstein's poems, and I grew up with these, and I've absolutely loved it my entire life. And I used to write poetry myself, but I don't know, for all you poetry lovers out there, I think you might enjoy this. So, Falling Up. I love his little animations. That's so cute. I'm sorry about that. What is it always happen? 1996. Yeah, it's pretty old. Okay. Falling up. I tripped on my shoelace and I fell up to the rooftops, up over the town, up past the treetops, up over the mountains, up where the colors blend into the sounds. But it got me so dizzy, when I looked around, I got sick to my stomach, and I threw down. Plugging in. Peg plugged in her electric toothbrush. Mitch plugged in his steel guitar. Rick plugged in his CD player. Liz plugged in her VCR. Mom plugged in her electric blanket. Pop plugged in the TV lights. I plugged in my blower dryer. Hey, who turned out all the lights? This morning, my old Jack-in-the-Box popped out. I wouldn't get back in the box. He cried, "Hey, there's a tack in the box, and it's cutting me through and through." There also is a crack in the box, and I never find a snack in the box, and sometimes I hear a quack in the box, because a duck lives here too. Complain, complain is all he did. I finally had to close the lid. Look at her. Oh, what a sweet child is Hannah Hyde. Oh, how thoughtful, oh, how nice, to buy a hat with a brim so wide. It gives shade to the frogs and the worms and the mice. I made myself a snowball, as perfect as could be. I thought I'd keep it as a pet and let it sleep with me. I made it some pajamas and a pillow for its head. Then last night it ran away, but first it went to bed. Reach in, Richard. Instead of saying, "Pass the peas," Richard reached across and grabbed some. Instead of whispering, "Lamb chop, please," Richard poked his fork and stabbed one. Spite his father's warning words, spite his mother's tearful teaching, with each grab his arm did grow, till it stretched 20 yards or so. Said Richard, "Yes, it's weird, I know, but boy, it's great for reaching." Look at him reaching across the dinner table. I think Silverstein, whatever, however you say his last name, tries to teach some manners in his poetry, but he makes it fun. ever seen. We cheered for a magical symbol, but all that remained was a hat and a cape, and the sound of a bunny going nibble, nibble, nibble. This guy is creative. Oh, that looks funny. You asked me to take off my scarf and sit down and rest for a while. That's sweet of you, but before I do, I'll tell you a story, my child. Some years ago I fought a duel with the Count of Doom and Dread, and I slipped or tripped, and his sword just clipped my neck and sliced off my head. I scooped it up and put it back, but it didn't quite connect, so I tied the scarf around it just to keep it on my neck. That's why I always keep it on, 'cause if it did unwrap, this wobbly chopped off head of mine might tumble in your lap. So now you've heard my tale, and if it will not make you ill, and you'd still like me to take off my scarf, I will. Danny O'Dare, the dancing bear, ran away from the county fair, ran right up to my back stair, and thought he'd do some dancing there. He started jumping and skipping and kicking. He did a dance called the Funky Chicken. He did the polka, he did the twist. He bent himself into a pretzel like this. He did the dog and the jitterbug. He did the jerk and the bunny hug. He did the waltz and the boogaloo. He did the hokey pokey too. He did the bob and the mashed potato. He did the split and the see you later. And now he's down upon one knee, bowing oh so charmingly, and winking and smiling. It's easy to see Danny O'Dare wants to dance with me. The Toy Eater. You don't have to pick up your toys, okay? You can leave them right there on the floor. So tonight, when the terrible toy-eating Tuchel comes tiptoeing in through the crack in the door, he'll crunch all your soldiers, he'll munch on your trucks, he'll chew your poor puppets to shreds, he'll swallow your big wheel and slurp up your paints, and bite off your dear dolly's heads. Then he'll wipe off his lips with the sails of your ship and make a pretty noise. He'll slither away, but hey, that's okay. You don't have to pick up your toys. Okay, well that's definitely a life lesson to pick up your toys. They locked me up in the people zoo. Now I'm here in a cage that is small as can be. You can't let wild people just run around free. And I'm fed bread and tea at 2:45, and the animals all come and gander at me. They point and they giggle, and sometimes they spit. There's bars on my cage so they can't poke or hit, and they scream do a trick, but I stubbornly sit. Not doing nothing but thinking a bit. So if you come visit, just how long or moo, and try to pretend you're an animal too. 'Cause if you're a person, they'll throw you into cage 2 of the zoo here at Animal Loo. Okay. Once again, I'm being told by my cat that it's time